We are in to win. I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm feeling motivated. Hey, Mods, looking cute. Hey, Tammy in New York. Nope, no lipstick on the teeth. Ghost Rider, yes. Oh, I want to point out, I'm well aware that I am very severely burned, and it does hurt a little bit, but it's actually not that bad. Ghost Rider, Megan Roberts, Charlene. But you remember yesterday I was cold. Now I'm warm. Now I'm kind of hot. Hey, Jojo. I was thinking about you again today. I'd be curious how you're feeling, if you're better today or if you're in the same place. And that's okay. I just thought about you a lot. Hey, Trace. I answered your email today. Hey, Jennifer Ogle. West Coast. This is going to start itching. West Coast Fancy Nancy. Diana H. How are you doing, babe? Hey, DS Kitty Diane. I responded to your email as well. Got caught up on some emails today. Hey, Donna Cooper. Tiffany Murfitt. Hey, Jody. Hey, Pat Jonas. Lacey made it. Lacey, did you say you weren't feeling well? I feel like you said you weren't feeling good. I hope that you're feeling better. Hey, I Rule. Hey, Armine. Thank you, Armine. Hey, Renee B. Kid was very motivating today, Renee B. Wow. Punky said, pick me up and hold me. God, why am I standing on the floor? Renee B, I couldn't agree with you more on that one. Hey, Buffy. Hey, baby Lilypad. Debbie Zito. Robin Miners. It's more than sun-kissed. It's more like hell-kissed. I would say it's more like I walked on the sun, but thank you. Hey, Kim Leanne. Yawn. Monica McCoy made it. Yeah, Buffy, wasn't that cute? Been home sick today. Again, you were sick yesterday. I remember that. West Coast. If you pray, please pray for her. If not, you can send non-prayers as well. But we love West Coast Fancy Nancy. Babe, let us know how you're doing. Hey, Jen Finberg. Okay, you have a really bad migraine. What's wrong with my poor class? Got to get my little angels up and running. Hey, Abigail. Oh, okay. She's at a Supercuts appointment. I got it now. Thank you, Abigail. Yes, I responded to your email as well. Hey, Rye or Ree Sullivan, looking cute. Rachel, Squirrel Girl Rachel. We're slowly drifting off. I can feel it. She's like, I feel her back doing this. She's like letting all the muscles stop moving. You ordered salt, truffle salt. It's so good. It's so good. Hey, Meredith Puka Vista. Punky, it's a lot. Your godmother says she loves you. Margie Barr. No, I didn't, Margie Barr. I'm actually doing just fine. I don't feel any bad effects from the sunburn. So I kind of forgot about it, but I will put some aloe on it tonight before I go to bed. Hey, Karen Doll. Devil licked. Oh, you're cute. Carrie Hoberg, welcome in. Linda Gillum, looking cute. Hey, Babs. Susan Trigg, you have a migraine too? You're prone to migraines. I remember you saying that. That's awful, but I do feel confident that you know what to do about it. You had like all kinds of solutions for migraines. Hey, Joanne Hawley. That's our other Canadian. Hey, Rhonda, as if we only have two. There's like a million of you. I already said hi to you, but I was going to say it again. Linda Gillum, that's okay. I was going to say hi again. Maybe you can check with Gertie on some of the New Testament characters I sent you. Yeah, Abigail, that's a great idea. And thank you again for that. Jen Finberg, it's a lot. Hey, Lady O. Pepper doesn't have a lot to say. Do you have anything to say, Juniper, or are you just going to take a nap? Oh, she said a couple of things. Well, what I was wondering is I just have a simple question. I was holding you earlier today and carrying you around whilst doing laundry. And I was just wondering, like, I think people think that you're larger than you are, but the truth of the matter is, and the real facts are that you're tiny. Did you know that you were going to be this tiny? Did you have any idea you were going to be this small, though? Pepper, we need answers. Hey, you, it's Steph. Cute name and welcome in. Julie made it. MLG Gamer. Hey, Christian. Aspire, Pepperoni Nips. Charlene is here. Interesting, Monica. I didn't know that. Geez, you also suffer with migraines? I'm so sorry, Trace. That's awful. Trace, I'm thinking about you from that email you sent me. And again, Trace suffered a loss of a very close friend. So I just want you to know I'm thinking about you, babe. Kim Mack, that's okay. I get it. Hey, Jen H. You got your nails done? Good for you, Joanne Holly. I wish I could have gone with you. I love that you pampered yourself today. She's really tiny. Did you know that you were this tiny, though? Well, I just wonder if you're aware of it. She says, I'm aware of everything. I was sent here by the Lord. Quit insulting me. Geez, I don't think that's how that works. She's incredibly dainty. Buffy said that you're really small. Rhonda's in here too. Rhonda loves you, and so does the Lord. Hey, Original Anne, I love that you're here. Hey, can any Canadian answer a question for me? Do they still sell the 222 over the counter in Canada? Okay, well, that's not a question for me. I'm not sure why I highlighted it because I'm not Canadian. Hey, Honey Lou. Hey, Amy Edge. I know, Monica, it's a lot. Lisa Renfro. You're sick today too? What's going on, you guys? Today's supposed to be the day. Heather Rhodes. Today's supposed to be the day that we're motivated and it's spring, okay? We got to get our little angels up and running, especially this one. Speaking of down for the count, I'm not going to name any names, but what's going on? It looks like a stuffy. Hey, Anna Banana. Tamber June. Tamber June also has a migraine. Okay, let's just send out some get well vibes, wishes, thoughts. It's Juniper, Rhonda. She says, don't call me Jennifer. It's Juniper. No, you can call her Jennifer. I'm just kidding. Lumen, love you, girl. April Cowan is here. Good for you, but oh, do you guys see it? Quick, everybody look. Yes, we do see you and we recognize you a lot. We do notice you. Hey, Anita Card. She's definitely not terrified. Hey, Crafty Carrie. Her surgery, Vicky Israel. I know, girl, we see you, but we got to do a show too. You're going to have to sit here and just accept the fact that people are talking about you, but you can't be pet all the time, girl. Crafty Carrie had her surgery and she is home from the hospital. Surgery went well. Prayers for you. I'm glad. I remember you telling us about that in the Zoom call, so I'm glad that it went well. I love you, Crafty Carrie. Thank you for sharing that. Trace lost 2 pounds from yesterday's score. What you're doing is working. I'm so excited for you. They don't sell 222 anymore. I don't know what that is. It will probably be Jennifer next week, but she is the star of the show. Susan Trigg, thank you for look at that. We got a super sticker, Punky. We got a super sticker. We're going to get your greenies. Thank you, Susan Trigg. That is really kind of you, babe. I appreciate that so much. Yeah, what is 222? Lisa Renfro wants to know. Hey, Reflections. Audra in Denver made it. Hey, Moali. 222 is for pain. Interesting. Can you give Gertie $10 for me? 10 kisses. I got the $10. You want me to give her 10 kisses? Absolutely. Your Aunt Joanne gave me some money she paid me to kiss you. She wants them. She says, kiss her a lot. And so what happens is it gets weird real quick and we treat her like that Pepe Le Pew character. And I'm Pepe Le Pew, and she's the cat that he squeezes and molests in a really uncomfortable manner. There's 10 kisses from Joanne Hawley. Joanne Hawley is your aunt, and she loves you a lot. She lives in Canada. So make sure that when you get in talking to the Lord that you say how much you love Joanne Hawley. Thank you for your super chat. I gained her 2 pounds. I rule, it's okay. We're going to fluctuate, guys. Karen Dahl says, I can't wait to lose weight. What is this? We've got some leftover grass clippings because we're not tall enough to go above the grass. We are too short. I understand. That's what it's for, Lisa Renfro. Yeah, it's like Pepe Le Pew. Hey, Kim Leaf. Karen Dahl, you're welcome, Joanne Holly. That was the best $10 ever spent. Hey, in God we trust. Armine, you're so cute. I've lost 145 pounds. I only have 13 left to go. Amy Edge is killing it. That's crazy, girl. I'm really happy for you. That's insane. And the hair. It's a real bedhead look, Jojo. It's a lot. It's a whole, even though we do brush it about 3 times a week, it still really easily gets out of control because she says I don't really care and I don't have to take care of it because I just have to listen to the Lord. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works. Isn't she so cute, Reese Sullivan? It's a lot. I'm going to put you back in your chair because I'm starting to overheat holding you. You're really dainty and tawny. We'll see you in a little bit. Joanne Holly loves you. Ooh, sorry, Punky. I didn't mean for my watch to get caught on you. So, Reese, I ate some broccoli and I'm trying to cut down on sugar. Okay. Hey, Shell. Newly subscribed. Your better half sent here. Shell, is it Shelly? Welcome. I love, is that abalone, Shell? I love abalone. That's a cool picture. Thank you for being here. I hope that you'll give it a chance. Some days this show really sucks. And some days it sucks just a little bit less. But it's never great. So I don't want you to have your hopes up, Shell. I want you to be here, though. You know what I mean? You know, when you're like, okay, I'll eat it. It's not my favorite casserole, but it's, you know, a family recipe. That's kind of how this channel is. And I hope that you'll stick around, girl. And welcome, by the way. I'm really proud of you. You ate some broccoli and we're trying to cut down on sugar. That's all. Original Anne is so excited about the broccoli dance. She texted me about it today. Oh, Yadira, stop. It sucks. The quality and content here sucks. Just be careful sunburning on the tats, Reese. What happens? Will the tats disappear? Do they fade off into the sunset? The sunburn isn't bad. I really don't feel much. The only thing that's the worst is my chest right here, but otherwise I feel nothing. Original Anne texted me. Yeah, Shell, I mean it. Hey, Tawana Ball. Isn't it so cute, Tawana? Original Anne texted me today and was like, the broccoli dance is the best thing. I don't even remember what I did, but it's a food dance. And I do it all the time. Who the hell is this? Oh, okay. You scared me. All right. I just got your text. It frightened my soul. I forgot I gave my number away today. Yeah, the broccoli dance. And I mean, I've been doing it my whole existence. So it really wasn't that exciting for me, but I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Yadira only works with winners. Well, same, girl. Tattoos do fade in the sun. So do I need to get it like redone or something? Yeah, hit the like button. I forget to, Tommy remembers to tell people that. I don't do that. Please hit subscribe, hit the like, you know, do all that stuff. I don't have a lot. I'm going to get, this is too bright in my face. There we go. I don't, hey, Kim is blue. Jazz hands, channeling and shoulder shimmies. I love Original Anne. Shoulder shimmies. The broccoli dance. I did not realize that it was that exciting for you guys. Lilac Lime. Hey, babe. What did Third Eye Open say? Tats will fade. Put some sunscreen, especially on the new side. Well, here's the thing, Third Eye Open. Thank you, Charlene. They're both like, these tattoos are only like 8 weeks apart. But this one, I feel like this one looks way more faded. Hey, Liz Tricks. Hey, Alicia. You guys are late. Where you been? I don't want excuses. I want results. Karen Dahl. Wow, guys. I had no idea that the broccoli dance was that exciting. You do a little bit of a shoulder shimmy. You definitely get into it. I can't do it without thinking about it. Let me think about the broccoli for a minute. Yes. 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 I love the broccoli. And then you just do this. And then you kind of go across your boobs if you have any. I don't. Mine are side boobs. You know this. I just have side volume. Okay. Alicia's getting new tires. All right. Well, that's acceptable. Liz Tricks didn't give an excuse because she's like, I work here. I don't have to give an excuse. I work for free. Oh, nope. She gave an excuse. Dinner in New Orleans. Okay. I think I said that wrong. Original Anne, that's how it starts. You have to get real excited. You work yourself up, and then you kind of dance around like a toddler. It helps if you have jewelry on. It's raining broccoli. Guys, we're going to have to do that if we want to lose weight. It's kind of a bummer. I realize not everybody, I look possessed. Well, aren't you in a good mood today? That's my biggest supporter there. Literally eating a chopped Greek salad for dinner. Yes. Kim is blue. I love that. Hey, Just Joan. That's a church Jesus tambourine dance too. Well, that's also the broccoli dance. It's like the Ellen says, the pickle claw. Same thing as the toilet paper claw when you go in public. When you reach, Karen Tootie Greedy, where the hell have you been? When you reach in to get a pickle, it's like that. When you get toilet paper in public bathrooms, it's like that. Pickle claw, toilet paper claw. Kirsty Collins, the broccoli boogie. Oh my God, I need a card. Caroline in Canada, hey babe. So here's the thing, guys. We have to get motivated. We have to get excited. We have to do this together. What's happening? We're doing a quick check-in. Okay. I don't have a lot of a topic here, although I kind of do. I forgot about it actually. What was I doing earlier today? I was like, oh, I should mention that on my show. Now I have no idea what it was. What was it? Does anybody know? Oh, yeah. All right. Couple of things. All right. I have some things I can talk about. What? Is everyone else seeing this? Everything I say to you is with love and a slight tinge of concern. Well, that's why I only work with the best. I'm sorry. My intestine ruptured and they tried to say it was caused from broccoli when they did emergency surgery. My first meal was broccoli. Okay. Well, you just like scarred me for life. And I hope that they were wrong. I hope those doctors were absolutely full of nonsense. That can't be true. It really just ruined my lifetime because broccoli is one of my favorite things. Hey, Bridge. And I hope that that's not true. See, Kevin's terrified. You just scared the hell out of Kevin. I just ate broccoli and cauliflower. He's terrified. See how scared he is? You just scared the whole audience just in one sentence. I mean, it was technically a paragraph, but hey, Mimi, there you are. I put on weight because of medication. It has really got me down. Yeah, they're wrong. Doctors are not always right. Was SC headquarters raided for real? I have no idea, June. No idea. Good for you, Ghost Rider. You have a frosted mini wheat with eyeballs on your top shelf. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Guys, thank you for sharing this, Kirsty Collins. This is kind of what we want to talk about. We kind of want to talk about this. Gabby is starting a new GLP-1 today. Good for you, Gabby. So guys, what did we do today? We talked about this. Everybody broccoli dance. Reese, you were cleaning your kitchen earlier today. Thank you. I was doing that. Thank you. In God we trust. I was doing some vacuuming as well. Lumen says, had broccoli in my salad. I'm calling 911. Lumen, let us know what the doctors say. If it's your intestines or your colon. We're trying to motivate ourselves on here. So it could be for meditation purposes. It could be like Joanne Hawley. She treated herself to get her nails done. It could be, sailing around the world. It could be floating in a hot air balloon. It could be eating a salad like Kim is blue. Hey, Colorado girl. It could be you finally pooped after 5 days. It could be you went up a size in jeans and you were trying to gain weight, or you went down. Whatever happens, we're really trying to lift ourselves and our spirits. So, okay, Diana H., thank you for letting us know, and we will send prayers about that. Please keep me updated. Okay, Karen Dahl, she walked outside today. Lumen, do the broccoli dance after the fact. It should mitigate the rupture risk. That's all you have to do is the broccoli dance. We're going to be famous. I walked the pooch and now we are playing fetch, but he is the only one running. Lilac lime, it still counts. Self-care is the goal. See, Kim is Blue is always very practical. She's always very analytical. I like that about her. It's not always the number on the scale. That's true too, Ghost Rider. Hey, Kuau in Vegas. I officially started journaling after yesterday's live. Look at this. See, she got it right. Rhonda got a haircut. All right, that's cool. To write things down that lifted me up throughout the day. I do that on my notes in my phone. So that's good for you, April. Good start. Hey, Cindy G, I responded to your email today too. I forgot the live, so I may have missed stuff. I did get dinner eaten. Okay, that's important. Hey, Blessed Gloria and Cindy, you missed nothing. Hey, Mama Bear, I bought some very colorful flower earrings today. They are lightweight and wooden. So cute. See, that lifts her up. Pat Jonas decided not to weigh herself. That's wonderful for you. Your clothes do let you know. For me, they do. Shadows Nana was stressed today and had a meatball sub for dinner, but I did put red peppers on it. Yes, that absolutely counts. Actually, I think that's probably good protein. I don't eat meatballs, but I'll tell you what I used to get in Kansas City. It was like a vegetarian style one. Yes. 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 It has nothing to do with broccoli. I just like saying that. It was like a meatball sub, but it was an eggplant sub. Yes. It was so good. Okay, Kirsty Collins. Jojo did no sugar, went on a lovely walk in the sun, bought fresh ground coffee from a roastery and got my diet stuff in. Okay, so Jojo is doing it right for sure because she lost her father yesterday. And I love that you're just doing what the universe is telling you to do. You're just doing the right thing. You're just doing it, Jojo. We love you, and I'm really proud of you for that. Alicia, what'd you get at Sephora? Why didn't you text me? How come I don't know anything? Why am I learning with everybody else? Why wouldn't I know? How come you didn't even ask me anything? I love Sephora. I just had that kind of time today. Mary Jean Fitzgerald got broccoli today. Okay. If it gets stuck in your intestine, I guess just call 911. Just to raise the mood, I do not have a migraine. She just finished a great nap. Daughter of the King. I love that you shared that. Buffy did laundry and played video games. Okay. All right. Anne ordered a 6-minute diary for gratitudes, and I meditated. That is so original, Anne. I'm not even shocked by that at all. Love you, original Anne. Proud of you. Yeah, Kim is Blue. Jen says, I try to be mindful of my posture and keep my core pulled in when I think about it. Ooh, everybody adopt that right now because my core is always sticking straight out. Good for you, Jen. Yeah, Jojo, I mean it. Your wedding ring is loose and it's spinning. It's only water weight, but it totally counts. Caroline, of course it counts. I did a YouTube walk with Rick. I felt great after. Honey Lou, I love this. Guys, this is motivating. Abigail just got home from Supercuts. Her hair is back to being solely black. No other unwanted colors now. Exactly what I needed. See, I love this about it. It keeps us going. Jody pampered Megan Roberts is at work. Jody pampered herself with a long bath in my own spa luxury today. I guess I got the memo for self-care. I'm proud of you. I think that's great. You guys, you're laughing at the self-care thing, but the real thing about that's why my therapist says, what'd you do for self-care? Hey, Purple RN. You know why? Because when you're feeling better, you take kind of better care of yourself too. Do you not? Like when I feel like total shit and I'm just like fat and eating poorly, I just kind of keep going. I have that bad attitude and that mentality. And I'm like, who cares? Might as well. Hey, Jen Craven. I'm like, might as well eat some more Fig Newtons while you're depressed and sitting here thinking sad things about yourself. If you do small things for self-care, if it's take a nap, take a hot shower, take a bath, take a freaking walk, get in a hot air balloon, sail down the river, right? Hey, BB, when you feel good. Damn, everybody's texting me. Oh, that's amazing. I need a card. Okay, hold on. I got another text. Hey, Joanne Hawley, beautiful nails. Wow. Joanne, your nails look amazing. I want to get my I used to do that all the time, and I felt so ladylike. I want to get back at it. Okay, Anita Card said, you have my permission to share this for motivation. Hey, Rhonda McNeil, it's true though. Like, guys, the self care thing is real. It goes hand in hand with whatever it is you're trying to do. No, not everybody does, Buffy. Look at Anita Card. So this is how her weight loss journey. Look at Anita Card, you guys. Look at that. That is extremely motivating. Hey, Heidi. That's incredible. Are you guys looking? That's incredible. That is absolute. Anita is beautiful. That's absolutely amazing. Good for you, Martin. The newest nut. Welcome in. Mother Revenge. Hey, babe. I am 60. I have not done self care until the last 3 months. That's incredible. Good for you. I'm glad you started. Hey, Kim Mack. Anita Card. That is incredible. Vicky, you never do anything for yourself. So, who is that? That's Anita Card. She's on our Zoom call. She's a friend of ours. She says, if I can do it, anyone can. Sorry, the chat's flying and I'm just trying not to miss anything. Good for you, Squirrel Girl. Yeah, Cindy is learning self-care. Guys, in all seriousness, I'm being dead serious about this. I've learned a lot through therapy. Hey, Neptunes. I have learned a lot through therapy. And whenever I give him an issue or I'm like, hey, I'm really going through it with this, he always says, okay, so what are you doing for self-care? Right? And then he says, when stress goes up, self-care needs to go up. So guys, self-care is subjective. I make press-on nails. I could make you and others some. No, Jennifer Ogle, that's amazing, but you don't have to do that. I appreciate it, but you absolutely don't have to do that. Thank you, Jennifer. It's taken me 4 years now, but I've lost a total of 127.4 pounds so far. I started at 374.6. Purple RN, that is insane, amazing. Good for you, my friend. I can't, when people have a weight loss like that, it also makes you wonder how much life did you add and quality of life. Not even just like you probably saved yourself or bought yourself many more years, but also think of how miserable you'd feeling heavier at an older age. At least this is what I'm told, than not. Like as we age, it's harder to lose weight, I'm told. And all of the people I worked with in senior living would tell me that too. Hey, KTG, I know, welcome back. Yeah, self-care. Thank you. I didn't know you. Did I know you were a therapist? Speaking as a therapist, I am a huge, huge advocate, Neptune's Lioness, of therapy. Huge. I push therapy. Coming from Scientology, that wasn't allowed. My son is in therapy. I wish it was more accessible in the United States. I wish it was more affordable. It's incredibly expensive and difficult, right? Because not everybody can afford it. But I absolutely love therapy. Hey, Skeeter. And my therapist is fantastic. And he always says when stress goes up, self-care needs to go up. And again, Neptunes, he said, like, if I give my problem before we assess the problem, he says, what are you doing for self-care? What are you doing? How are you sleeping? Like, it's true, guys. It's subjective. Self-care can mean absolutely anyone. Hey, enlightened truth seeker. It can mean anything. It's totally subjective to you, right? You can take a trip. You can take a walk. You can take a nap. You can eat some nachos. You can go sit and play with your animals on the floor. You can talk with a friend and laugh. You can get yourself all dolled up for no reason, right? Like maybe you put on, people are crazy when they say this to me. Like my mom especially will do this to me. She'll see something in my closet or I'll talk about something and she'll go, where are you going to wear that? It's like, to the store. Who cares? Right? Like I don't really save stuff for special occasions. So you could even do that. You could get yourself like feeling good, looking good. You could take a drive. There's all kinds of things you can do. It doesn't really matter what it is because it's custom to you. Paint your toenails, stretch, and take a bubble bath. I love that, Kim is Blue. The point is, it's actually not even to me, it's not the action of self care. You know what it is for me? It's identifying that I'm going to do this for self care. So it's like being mindful of it. It doesn't really matter. Like anybody can hop in and take a bath and not think twice about it. But if you're like, nope, this bath is going to be a self care bath, and I'm going to, I know I'm really burnt, P. Taylor, and I'm going to light some candles. I'm going to play some music. I agree with that, KTG. I'm going to play some music. I'm gonna really get into this. I'm gonna meditate. Like it's the idea that you're labeling it what it is, identifying. Yes, Mimi, sing in the car. I don't disagree with this. I think regular orgasms are self-care, to be honest. I do too. I very much agree with that. I hope that wasn't too much for people. Just Joan, I love you, babe. Yeah, Monica. Home fragrance, Mama Bear, is I actually at TJ Maxx last week I bought some home fragrance, and the fragrance was sweet spring strawberry or sweet summer strawberry or something like that. And I've used it a couple of times this week. It's simple, guys. It's just identifying it. Even when I have nothing to do, I get up every day, I put makeup on and get dressed for the day. It totally changes my mood. I agree with this very much. And the reason I will so agree with this, Jen, is if I don't get up and like get myself, like put my skincare on, do my makeup, I don't always do it in the morning. Sometimes I do it after my morning job, and I feel a little more like shit when I don't do it at the start of the day. Does that make sense? Like when you get up and you get all fresh and clean and you put your makeup on or you do your hair or whatever it is, you just feel a little better that you did it right away. I don't know. The other thing I enjoy, I've been doing it every morning, is I have a beautiful view right here because I live on a farm. I've been going outside with my coffee and I just sit there with the animals. I don't get on my phone and I just sit there and I look at the kind of mountain tops and whatever it is. I don't know if you'd call them mountains. Hills. I don't know. It's hilly here. It's not that way in the Midwest. Why is that, Trace? Today is Mr. Tracy's and my 26th anniversary, wedding anniversary. MLB Tracy, happy anniversary. I love that. I love, love, love that. Thank you for sharing. Me and my hubby, every night, it's our time for the switch. Is our time for the switch. Michelle, I don't know what that means. I hope you mean that you're answering the bone phone. Yep, I listen to the birds sing, Kim is Blue. I like to do that on my walks. Peaks? Okay, yeah. Hey, Tennessee girl. Just got in from getting on my knees and painting flowers. I feel like I had a workout. Good for you. I love that. Oh, Mario games. That's cute. Whatever works. Hold on just a second. Saturday night. You mean tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Thursday? Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Okay, I'll wait for an answer on that. Side note, Tommy told me about this. I don't know what his name is. Some serial killer just he didn't get arrested. I think he got charged. He was telling me about it yesterday, and then he told me something changed in the case today. And I'm fascinated by serial killers. I'm creeped out by them, of course, like the rest of us, but I'm very fascinated by this. Okay, it's tomorrow night. And I'm going to do a stream with him tomorrow night at his normal time because I want to hear more about this. I don't know if I do. I'm kind of backpedaling because it sounds really bad what the guy did. He's super evil. It's even creepier. This always creeps me out more. He was married with 2 kids. That always creeps me out more. And he killed like a ton of women. But I'm very fascinated by that, and I kind of want to hear more about the case. So I'm going to do a stream with him about that. Okay, yeah, he pled guilty. Rex, that was his name. What the fox? Because he said his name today, and I said Rex. Who the hell's name is Rex? That's his name, Rex. A serial killer named Rex. Do you guys know any Rexes? Is that short for something, by the way? Rex is such a weird name. Whenever I hear it, because it's rare. Now, it's not an ugly name. I actually remember years ago, I met a really cute girl in Kansas City. I was like at a park with Huxley, and her son's name was Rex. And I was like, it's kind of cute. I mean, I don't hate it. And I thought it was kind of cute. Rex and Hux, like that's cute. The Gilgo Beach Killer, Rex Hewerman. I named my car Rex, Audra. Okay. Reese and chat for the motivation. Yeah, good for you, Mimi. Ooh, Lilac Lime. I didn't know that. Like Ted Bundy, I'm glad I have Bible study tomorrow night. Yeah, you don't, it's not your thing, Abigail. He may be the last of the serial killers, DNA technology and cameras ever. I've said this for years. Neptune's Lioness, it is a struggle if that's your career. Like if you're wanting to go into serial killing, I don't know. It just seems like it would be very difficult. It's not like the old days. This isn't like the days of the Zodiac killer, right? Like it's hard to do it now. And I think that maybe you should consider something else. No, Buffy, you're probably not the only one for sure. It sounds like a dog's name. But what is it short for? Tommy said sometimes it's short for Rexall, which I was like, what? I've never heard that before. It's such a weird ass name. And it's, hey, it's even weirder. You're also sick. Damn, everybody is sick. I'm so sorry. I'll pray for you as well. Guys, it means king. I love Empire Records. That's such a good movie. I don't know where that came from, but I love that movie. Serial killing is not, and Tommy said something else. There's like some statistic that like the FBI says, like there's probably there's definitely serial killers right now in the world. I just don't know how they're doing it, how they get away with it. But this dude killed a lot of women. And again, oh, okay, MLB Tracy. It's just a weird name for a serial killer. Audra, it's actually more appropriate for a car. For a serial killer, it just seems like such an odd name. Who knows a serial killer named Rex? I mean, when you think about serial killer names, John Wayne Gacy, that's kind of a weird name too for a serial killer. I'm sure he killed more than 8 people. Tommy told me this is so creepy. Rexford? Well, that's kind of adorable. That's what it is. He said that the FBI said that most serial killers these days are truck drivers, which is terrifying. But this guy in particular, this Rex dude, he wrote like oh God, they found it. He wrote like a book on how to do it for himself. Like he wrote like notes and like what the best ways are to do it. What is a good name for a serial killer? Tennessee Girl, that's a great question. Hey, Eric. I mean, you think of, hey, Amy M. Yeah, dogs are named Rex. The BTK killer's name was Dennis. I mean, I guess that's okay. Dennis is kind of an outdated name. What is a good name for a serial killer? If you were who's the guy that ate people? I mean, Hannibal was an interesting. Hubert? That's a little too polished. Hannibal was kind of a stretch. George? Oh, come on. I don't know. Lacey, yeah, he was, Bridge. George is also, I feel like Georges are nice people. Yeah, Dennis Rader. Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey is a good name for a serial killer. If you know, you know. Ed Gein. Yeah, Ed's a good serial killer name. I would say Ed is a good. Yeah, Walter. I don't know if I agree with that. Ed is definitely a good serial killer name. Ed, like, yeah, those 1 syllable names. What else? Gunner. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of one. John. Yeah, that's a good one. John is a good one for that. Ted. Yep. Ted is definitely a good one. Dexter. Yeah. You know, it's sad. Hey, Janine, is there always men? Huxley. if the shoe fits. Um, yeah, Rex is just such a weird one. Ted, yeah, Ted Bundy. Um, like some of them you just can't like. Could you think of a serial killer named Mike? Like, no, Mike is like a friendly name. Neptune's Linus, it's like 0.001% of them are women. It's most Ralph. Ralph is a good serial killer name for sure. Hey, Panda. Rod. Oh, that's kind of a 90s one. Jen Finberg, that's incredible, but I don't know if you want me to share that. But that Chuck, yes. Joanne Hawley, yes. Frank seems a little nice. Steven, Debbie, I think Steve, but Steven, nobody's killing people named Steven. If he goes by Steven, he's not murdering people. Grady, that's a bummer because I really like that name. But yeah, I think you're right about that. I think you're right about that. What was the one that Chuck? Chuck definitely is a serial killer. If you guys meet a Chuck, just check your back seat before you get in your car. Good for you, Heather Huckleberry. Yeah, Anna, Chuck, big time. Yeah, Steven, Rhonda. Okay, Jen Finberg. Guys, do you want to see another motivational one from Jen Finberg? Anita Carter, you still in here? Check this out. Lucas? No way. I don't think there's any Lucas serial killers. Jack, for sure. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Look at Jen Finberg. You ready for a transition here? Look at this. Okay, if this doesn't motivate us, I mean, that's never going to be me. You couldn't even remove that much on me to make it surgically look like that. But Jen Finberg is incredible. Darian, maybe. Oh, I got one for you that's a serial killer. Jen, you're absolutely gorgeous. Look at how cute Jen Finberg is. Can we all just take a minute to look at her bangs? Hey, Brian Bolin. Jen Finberg, her and Zoe Deschanel are the only two that pull off bangs like that. She is so, look at her teeth. Jen Finberg is so pretty. Her and Anita Carter, so pretty. You know who else is a serial killer? Hey, Brian Bolin, we're trying to come up with serial killer names because that dude just pled guilty. You know who else is a serial killer? 100%. Daryl. Daryl is a serial killer. Daryl is always a criminal. I've never met a Daryl. Arthur. Why are you guys giving me all these polished names? Arthur doesn't feel like a Bill for sure. Bill is definitely he has serial killer. Orville. Ooh, that's kind of a creepy. Derek is too wimpy. I don't think he could do it. Derek has had serial killer thoughts, but he won't pull the trigger. Daryl for sure. Yeah. Darren, maybe. Dan, Kim is Blue. I know where you're going with that. Hank, Original Anne, that's a fun name. Artie, Artie's too wimpy. Charles, for sure. Yeah. Chuck, yeah. Darren, I don't know. Stanley. Ooh, Joanne Hawley, you're kind of scaring the crowd. She's hit 2. Stanley and Chuck, you were right. They probably do it together. Frank? Kevin? Brian Bolin, hold your tongue. Kevin? Kevin is a new age friendly name. Like, I would get into a car with a Kevin. Hey, Jerry Ellen. Jason. It's kind of hardcore. No Brads, Kyles, or Andys. Definitely not Kyle. Kyle is too soft of a name. Like George Carlin said that, and I agree. Anthony, maybe. Andrew. Andrew is a nice guy name. Mitch. Mitch is a fucking serial killer. Mitch is probably the worst. Mitch and Chuck are the worst. Wade, yeah, probably. Yeah, Chuck wins for the whole. Yeah, Chuck. Kevin, that's mean. Tommy. If the shoe fits. Aaron. Yeah, Aaron's a little bit of a soft. I think Aaron's too soft to do it. I just don't see that about an Aaron. Norman. Third Eye Open. Hardcore. Rodney. You met 2 men named Mitch that were hot. I have never seen an attractive Mitch. I had a boyfriend named Chuck in high school. I married and divorced a Bill. No wonder I decided to. Yeah, Chuck and Bill. Mitch for sure. Yeah. Mitch sounds like a serial killer who drives a Trans Am for sure. Like, no doubt Mitch is out there fucking just hacking people up. Hey, Garth. God, can you imagine if you got abducted by a serial killer and you found out his name was Garth? Like, I would get killed sooner than I was supposed to because I'd laugh. I'd be like, your name is Garth? I'd be like tied up in a chair like this, and I'd be like, wait, your name is Garth? Like, I would do it like the cellist. I would not be able to say Garth. I'd be like, Garth? Your name is Garth? You're a serial killer, dude, and your name is Garth? Like, no wonder you're a serial killer. Did everybody laugh at you? Like, I would get hacked up immediately. Yeah, he drives a Trans Am. Richard? No. Nobody with, like, you guys are saying like polished names like Hank, George, Richard. None of those guys are killing people. That's not happening. Joseph, maybe. Edward, definitely an Ed. John, yeah. Richard, David, Robert, Lee, yes. Michael, I don't see it. Charles, definitely because he's Chuck. William, yes, because he's Bill. James, I could see someone named Jim, serial killer. Anthony, maybe. Wayne, definitely. Definitely. Randy, oh, for sure. For sure, Randy. Willard, Leonard. Yeah, you win that one. Definitely Leonard. Yeah, Leonard. Alistair. Yeah, for sure. Oof. This isn't good. This isn't good, guys. This got dark real quickly. Roger. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I'm gonna call it. Roger for sure murders people. Wayne and Garth. Yeah. Rupert. No. That's what I call Tommy when I'm naked with him. I'm like, oh, Rupert, you old silly Sally. No. Cliff. Cliff might be. Yeah, definitely Dwayne. Gabriel. Victor. Yeah, Brian Bolin. For sure, Victor. Yeah. I rules like my dad's name is Roger. Trent. Trent for sure murders people. Trent definitely is not weak. Yeah, original Aunt Doyle. Oh, you know, Doyle is definitely a serial killer, but like his day job is like mowing lawns. And as he like rides on the lawnmower, he's like checking into people's homes to see who's like a single lady that's depressed and just knitting. Yeah, definitely Doyle is a serial killer. Rupert is the real life name of John Weasley from Harry Potter. Interesting. Not an American Dwayne, but in Australia Dwayne. I'm getting depressed. Lisa's like, I'm getting depressed. Dale. Yeah, Dale for sure. Daryl. Ooh, Gordy. Oh, shit. Gordy is definitely a dirtball for sure. You know, Gordy is like never showers. Yeah, you know, some of them are clean and some are not. Leroy. Oh, I hate to agree with you on that one, but yeah, for what is it? Leroy for sure is a serial killer. I'm trying to think. I just saw one that I forgot about. Zoe knew a Gordy. He was an asshole. Gordys are probably Chester. Chester definitely murders people. Jude. Hey, Natalie. No, I don't think Jude pulls that off. No, Jude is a nice guy. I think Jude is a good guy. Timmy. Oh, Keith. I never met a Keith who wasn't creepy. I met one Keith that wasn't creepy, but Keiths are weird. Mason could be a serial killer. Yeah. Doyle's an accountant by day. I see Doyle on a riding lawnmower. Yeah, for sure, Neptune. Lewis. Yeah, Lewis, probably. Lewis, especially if he spells it like that. Lester, no question. But I mean, if you're named Lester as a child, you know that kid's going to grow up to not be fucking right. Like, you know, if your name's Lester, you're not going to grow up to be like an entrepreneur or a doctor or something. Like, yeah, Rex is weird. That one's weird for me. Jeremy, he could be a little sleazy. My one of my very first boyfriends was Jeremy, and he cheated on me all the time. That dude was a raging drunk. Holy shit. That guy would drink. I mean, you won't even believe me. Yeah, Doyle is on. He has a lawnmower business. Jeremy would drink. Like he'd come into my apartment with a 36 pack of beer and he would drink all night. Hey, Erica. And he would like pop pills. And it was absolutely wild to watch. I was like, how do you do it? It was crazy. And then he'd smoke cigarettes and like fall asleep on my couch and like cigarette like burns would be in my couch. It was the craziest shit. Hey, Jen O. Yeah, Jeremy, maybe, maybe not, but for sure, Lester, Chester, Daryl, Dale, Shane. No, I don't see that. I don't see Shane is pretty clean cut. I don't see a Shane being I mean, could you imagine a serial killer named Shane? Harry, Stanley. I could see Stanley. It's Rex Manning Day. Yeah, we had some top, like the top 5. Kens are usually dick swingers. I don't see it. Norman for sure. Norman. Garth is terrifying. Julian is a little bit nice. Brian, yeah, Brian. I could see Brian for a serial killer. Fred, yeah, I could see that. I could see it's an old school name, so it's like some old man that's still doing it that started like back in the 40s. Hey, Miss Sassafras, Damien, maybe, Gordy for sure. I don't see a Richard. It's a little too Victor. Yeah, Victor, absolutely. So what's our top? Why are we doing this? I was like, I had a motivational stream for today, but this is fun. Marvin. Oh shit. Hey, good for you, Susan Cook. See, she started the trampoline today and we're just here ruining everyone's life. Lisa Renfro had to leave. She got depressed. Hey, honeybee. Like, I like how I like had this whole idea of like, what did we do today? It's so motivating. And like people are crying and like sitting around upset and unsubscribing. Just Jonas, like a boy named Lester can be a smart overachiever and proud of his brain power. Just Jonas, always a cheerleader for people. And I love that about her. Brad, I don't see it. Brad is too weak. He's weak. Clyde. Oh man. Ernest. Yeah. Clyde definitely fucking kills people. Clyde has people in the basement right now. And that's a bummer. I wish we could go rescue them, but I don't know the address. Clyde, Jack. I mean, Jack is literally the most, Jack is like the name of all men's names. Craig. I hate to say that, but yeah, Craig is, Lisa's still here, but she's like crying in her soup. Chuck is number 1. Chuck is going to be Calvin. Yeah. Lee for sure. Gordy. Ugh. Cletus. I mean, yeah, that's definitely. I've never met a Cletus, to be fair, though. Like we've seen a Cletus character on TV. I've never met a real Cletus. Cecil, Eugene. Yeah. Buck. Oh, holy shit. Yeah. You know Buck is for sure. Duke is also a serial killer. I feel like Buck and Duke have only done it like 3 times though. Like they did it, they got their jollies and like they retired from it. Fucking Gordy and Clyde and who is the other one? Daryl. Those guys do it all the time. They're truck drivers. What's his name? Is riding a lawnmower. Sorry, Lisa Renfro. Maybe we should change the subject. They're just pissed about their names. Duke is a German Shepherd. Neptune's, you're a therapist. Do you see a lot of serial killers? Oh, Doyle. Doyle rides a lawnmower for sure. Interesting, Renee B. Leroy. Hey, it's Pete Taylor's birthday. Let's quickly change the subject. Happy Larry. Oh, God. Larrys are creeps. Larry is always a creep. Now, Larry might not be a serial killer, but Larry's a fucking creeper. He's like looking in your window, slapping the ham. Hey, little redneck. Sorry, Cindy G is trying to change the subject. Happy birthday to P. Taylor. I love you, P. Taylor. What did you do for self-care, Reese? Well, I didn't do anything today for self-care. I had my coffee, Cindy. I took a walk today and yeah, a lot of Neptune's real quick. Hey, Sigrid. So Neptune's guys is a therapist. This is interesting. This is very interesting. Yeah, how did Larry not come up till now? How did we miss Larry, Jody? Yeah. Vern. Oh, Vern, like, Vern, he only does it with like his specific tools. You know how men are weird about golf clubs and they're like, "No, I'm only going to play with my club." Same thing with Vern. Vern is like, "I only kill people with my tools." The cellist. So Neptune's lioness, little redneck, I hope you're feeling better. Russ is a serial killing machine. Russell, the love muscle. He is a serial killing machine. Cliff, yeah. Poor Lisa Renfro. Dylan may or may not be. I'm on the fence about Dylan. Yeah, Cecil for sure. Guys, listen up. Gordy and Vern. Oh, stand by me. It's true. Walter is a little polished for me. Hey, Mop Man. Ooh, Norm. Clint. Clint is awful. Clint is an asshole, whether he's a serial killer or not. Ivan. That's a pretty bad name. Sorry to downplay your birthday, P. Taylor. We love you. Hold on. Guys, listen up. I'm serious. Neptune's lioness is a therapist, so we have to listen to this person. Lots of sex addicts and semi-psychopaths. What the hell is a semi-psychopath? Either you're a psychopath or you're not. You're telling me there's like half psychopaths out there? Russ beat his wife and I rule. It's so terrible. I'm really glad we don't have a lot of men. Marvin for sure. Okay, guys, we have to change the subject now because Lisa Renfro is on edge and she's upset and we're freaking her out. Jonathan's aren't serial killer. Jeff's for sure. There's a spectrum. Interesting, Neptunes. God, I wish we could talk more about this. Corey. Corey is kind of a fun name, though. Corey's not bad, but Corey could go either way. Monica says semi-psychopath, someone thinking of becoming a psychopath. I'm sorry, what? Can you consider being a psychopath? Like, can you be like, I'm on the fence. I don't know if I want to be a narcissist or a psychopath. Like, you're considering the job? Craig. Yeah, Joanne Hawley nailed it, though, with Chuck. Chuck is absolutely a killing machine. I have no doubt, which sucks because Chuck isn't a terrible name. Jack could go any way in anything. Jack could be a doctor, Jack the Ripper. Jack could be like your really, really nice next door neighbor who fixes everything. He could also beat the shit out of his whole family and run a lawnmower over the entire town and kill everyone. Like Jacks are literally, that's why they called it a Jack in the Box, right? Because you never know when that thing is going to, like, you don't know about Jacks. Clem, yeah, that's a creepy name. Here's the problem with Jack. I like the name Jack. Like, I have no idea why, but the whole time I was married to Jeff, I would say to people, I'd introduce him and I'd go, "This is my husband, Jeff." And they'd go, "Jack, how are you?" Like 99% of the time, people would thought that I would say Jack. Jeff, Jack, Jeff, Jack. They always said Jack. And I was like, man, I wish your name was Jack. Like, I hate the fucking name Jeff. I've never liked that name. I was like, why isn't your name Jack? I like Jack. Jack is a fun name. It's fun to say. Jack's a cool name to say. The problem with Jack is you don't know. Jack, like I said, he could absolutely be super calm and cool. And like he fixes everything and he's just like super chill. He could also be a fucking hothead, right? And like I said, run a lawnmower over everybody in town. Hey, Punisher. That is scary, Jody. It's scary about Jacks. Jacks are literally like, you don't know what you're going to get. Chuck is not a bad name. But for some reason, everybody named Chuck decided I'm going to be a serial killer when I grow up. And I don't know why that is. I'd love to interview a bunch of Chucks and be like, "Sir, where's my Sharpie?" Here. I've been at the store writing prices on things. Hey, Marty Jewel. I'd be like, "Hey, Jack." Or no, Chuck, sir. Cindy G's leaving. I bet she is. Bye, Cindy. I'd be like, "Sir, what made you want to become a serial killer and a semi-sociopath? Can you tell us? Do you have any thoughts on what caused you to want to just run a lawnmower over everyone in town, but then be just a semi-psychopath?" Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jack is not. I love the name Jack. Good for you. Susan Cook had physical therapy today and a sauna. I'm really happy for her. Yeah, and you know what's weird too, guys, is like it's like mostly men, right? It's mostly dudes. And that freaks me out. Don't you think that's weird? Do you ever sit back? Look, I get people who are not into serial killers. Lisa Renfro, cover your ears. Barbara Waite, welcome. Has this ever has by the way, this was not the topic today, but you know what? I'm blaming all of you. We went here, we're doing it. Does anyone do you ever sit and think and go, why the fuck is it pretty much all men? And I mean that. Hey, Neptune's Lioness, can you weigh in on this? Tamber June says, so who would know? I want to know why. Like, are we that differently wired? Why are men always like cutting people up into pieces and like mailing shit off to different addresses? Like, why are dudes always dismembering us? Like, and then like having like necrophilia. Why? Like, women, we're not like that. We're like Alicia. Alicia's like, hey, I went to Sephora today, right? Susan Cook's like, hey, I went to a sauna and had physical therapy. Like, women don't think like that. Why like we're over here sitting like, hey, I wonder what the color of the season is, and I want to do a pop of red with that. And men are like, I'm going to dismember that and ship it off to her family. Like, why? I don't understand. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about Chipotle, and like people are like, first I'm going to eat the heart. Like, why do you have to be Hannibal Lecter? It's that heathen hunter instinct. It's terrifying. The mother wound. I mean, yeah, I get it. I get it that like sometimes women do it, but it's not common. You can't tell me otherwise. I've watched enough stuff about this. I've read enough stuff about this. I just did. Thank you, Shadows Nana. They were neglected. Hey, Alana. Good for you, girl. Dang, that's a big deal. I'm gonna be real right now. Kim is Blues like, what's your fascination with the lawnmower? Do you want to know why I keep saying that? What it was the first season. I think it was the first season. What was that show? It had Matthew McConaughey and the other dude. Somebody's gonna know what I'm. It was on HBO. God, it was terrifying. And then I heard maybe it was the second season. It was. I heard all the other seasons kind of sucked. What was that HBO show? Hey, Kat. It was an HBO show. Come on, guys. Somebody has to know this. It had Matthew McConaughey, True Detective. Thank you, West Coast. Do you remember who watched this season? Am I right? Was it one or two? My sister had me watch it. And the serial killer in it rode a lawnmower. Yeah, that's horrible, Tamber June. The serial killer in it rode a lawnmower, and he was and his name was Errol. Errol. Do you remember that, West Coast? It was the first season. I never saw the other seasons. My sister told me the other seasons sucked. That was such a scary. That was so scary. He did, and that actor is kind of attractive, but they sure made him look unattractive. Joanne, it's not worth seeing. It's not worth seeing. Do you remember that, April Cowan? It was, yeah, Renee B. His name was Errol. Oh, West Coast. He creeped everybody out, and he was enormous. He was huge, and he was a serial killer, and he was so scary, but he rode a lawnmower, and he was just like riding around town all the time on lawnmowers. It was so scary. Yeah, Errol. Errol. Errol was his name. That's a scary ass name. That might be worse than Chuck. So Kim is Blue. That's where the lawnmower thing comes from. Riding a lawnmower over the town. My sister had me watch that, but she also had me watching. This was a show I fell in love with. I absolutely loved it. Mindhunter. That was a good show. And I want to say this because Tommy and I talk about this stuff sometimes because Tommy, he's your guy. You know that. If you want to talk about, he's very well read, and coming from prison, he's seen it all, right? And he knows about a lot of this stuff. And we were talking about, I had a crush on the character in Mindhunter, what's his name? You guys know I have a crush on him. Ed Kemper. Now, I don't know anything about the real Ed Kemper as far as, yeah, Anna. The real Ed Kemper, I haven't followed much about him, but in the show, I really, really liked him. Yeah, Audra, Mindhunter was so good. And in the show, I kind of had a crush on Ed Kemper, but here's why. He's like 6'9". I love tall, tall, tall guys, but Mama Bear, I'm so sorry. He's really tall, but here's why I'm really attracted to him on that show. He's super educated. He's like really smart. He's really nice. He's super kind on the show. Okay, yeah. Psychopath brains are structurally different than normal human beings. Aw, hey, Viggy Cat and Viggy Cat's husband. So, first time here. What's it all about? I'm kind of a troll, but the good kind. Misinformed, welcome. So, we're talking about serial killers. We don't talk about serial killers really on this show. This is a show where we just do, and welcome, by the way. It's a free for all. Okay, Mama Bear. It's a free for all. We talk about everything here. It's just an open chat. I was in Scientology for 38 years. I talk about that a lot. We talk about coming out of a cult. We talk about everyday life. Today, we just happened to fall upon the subject of a serial killer because this Rex dude pleaded guilty. Okay. So, misinformed, welcome. And okay, so Ed Kemper, this one, Neptune's Lioness is our therapist in the chat. I hope you stick around, misinformed. That's crazy, Heather Huckleberry. I feel bad for Ed Kemper. And I feel bad for Neptune's. I feel bad for serial killers for this reason. And I know this is going to sound crazy. Tommy was like, hey, Marissa Martin. So we're talking about Ed Kemper the other day. And I'm like, I kind of liked him. And he was like, you realize that guy killed his mom. And he was like, it's really not a laughing matter. He was like, that dude like cut his mom's head off and did things to her. I know that. I knew that. I thought that was the only person he decapitated. He killed a lot of women, Marissa Martin. But here's the thing. This is unfair. So Tommy says to me, he goes, you realize he did all that. And it's like this. This is how I look at what he said. That's like beating the shit out of a dog, starving it, caging it, torturing it, and then letting it out and being like, you know, that dog attacked a small child. I don't give that dog any grace. It bit people. Okay. But here's the thing. His mom, Lady O, was horrible to him. Like from the show that the show. I know Jen O. Tommy told me that. The show he talked about, it's probably similar to what happened in real life, but like from what he said on the show that I watched, like she tortured him. She like locked him in a basement. So let's go back in time to little Ed Kemper, or take any small child, male or female, I don't even care. What do you expect? What do you expect that person to grow? You're shaping them to grow up and be what? I guess I feel a little bit of sympathy there for people like that. Yeah, Anna, it's like they were horribly abused. He was tortured by his mom, from what I read, what I heard. So it's like, so he grows up and murders his mom. Shock. Like, I don't know. That doesn't surprise me. She murdered him mentally. Do you guys feel anything about that, or am I just insane? Neptunes, can we get a ruling on this because you're a therapist? I'm sorry. No, Jeno says, I'm sorry, but being a serial killer has no excuses. I'm not talking about even the fact that he's a serial killer. I'm talking about the fact that you abuse the shit out of a person and they finally snap and become something horrific. I'm not surprised. I'm not excusing the serial killing. It's never okay to kill anybody. Exactly, Jen O. That's like me saying, sorry, I was in a cult, so I can treat you like shit. No, it's never a pass. Not giving a pass, Jen O. I'm giving you an explanation as to I'm not surprised. I'm just saying I'm not surprised, right? I'm not surprised he killed his mom in the most disgusting of ways. That doesn't shock me. She tortured him. I'm not surprised when a dog bites somebody's face off when they tortured the dog. Doesn't make it okay. I'm just saying I'm not shocked when human behavior is so ugly and repugnant, right? It doesn't shock me. I'm not saying we excuse the behavior. I want to be clear about that, Jen O. No sympathy for me. I have a little bit of sympathy for the child there when he was a child. I'm feeling it for when he was a child. Anytime my mind goes to someone hurting and harming a child or an animal, it breaks me. I get very upset and I get very sad. He was a child at one time, right? So someone who is sexually abused as a child goes on to do it as an adult. Most of them do, from what I've read and heard. Yes. Doesn't make it okay. That's my point. It's horrific that they repeat the behavior. But it doesn't sorry, I'm catching back up. It doesn't shock me. Yeah, he's a product of an awful environment. She drove him to the point that he killed her. You can drive a person to lose their mind. Um, Jerry Ellen, yes, but I'm kind of with Jen O on this. Like, you can't make somebody do anything, right? Like Tommy says this to me a lot. I can't believe you're not a serial killer from based on your upbringing. Well, it's like this. My therapist has said this many times. Yes, you were dealt a horrible hand as a child. You were dealt a really shitty hand of cards, right? But that doesn't mean you grow up and just treat everyone the way you were handed that, right? So you have to fix the problem. You don't repeat the cycle. So yes, I feel like I feel bad for Ed Kemper as a child. That should have never happened to him. He should have never been dealt that hand. But he chose, and I agree with Jen O here, he chose to grow up and murder everybody. That's not an excuse because of how you were treated. He should have grown up and gone, I'm never going to be that way. I'm never going to treat people the way my mom did. I'm going to be a good father and I'm going to get some fucking therapy. That's how I felt. I'm not saying everybody should do this, but I when I got pregnant, I was like, I am never going to do any of the things my parents did to me. I'm never going to repeat anything that my parents did to me. So killing his mother is understandable, but other girls, I see why he did that. It makes sense to me why he did that, right? Like, it's not okay that he did that, but it makes sense to me that once you start, you're probably not going to stop. He probably enjoyed and got a thrill and a rush from killing his mother and thought, I'm now addicted. It's almost like when I took my first hit of meth. I was like, what is this stuff? And I never want to quit, right? It's probably the same thing. He probably got some kind of a thrill and was like, oh, I want to do that again and again. It's horrible. It's disgusting. It's vicious as shit. But it is planet Earth and it happened. It's happened. I've heard that kids who have been sexually abused do not become child abusers. I think anything that happened to you as a kid, you have a predisposition for repeating that cycle, but I am not a therapist and I don't know. That's my own thinking. Yes, that's true. I try not to think about that, Neptunes. Holy shit. Larry is my ex-husband. Needless to say, he's on death row in Arizona for murder. Okay, so we were right, Anna. We were right. Larry's are insane. Yep. So this is another really interesting. This is interesting to me. April makes a really good point. Does anybody else see what April just said? I absolutely agree with this. So as that small child, this is just my own theory, guys. I'm not educated on the matter. I'm not trying to talk at you like I know what I'm talking about. I say this a lot. I'm here to learn, not teach. But when I think about stuff like this, he was totally helpless and he was weak and his mother had full control of him and abused the control, abused him, took advantage, tortured, all those things. Do you think he had an ounce of control as that child? Or not just Ed Kemper, pick any child that was seriously abused, sexually, physically hit, tortured, locked in a fucking closet. I don't care. Any of those horrific acts, the kid has no control. None. So when they grow up, right? When they grow up and they do horrific acts to people, that's another way of looking at it too. Hey, teacher mama life, they finally felt in control. Does anybody agree with that? I see that very much. I even see that for people who were sexually abused as kids and then grow up and repeat the cycle because they had no control and now they're in control. It's disgusting. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying that's just how I see the cycle repeating itself. Serial killers lack in empathy. A lot show traits linked to psychopathy, especially a lack of emotional empathy. I believe that. Can that be beaten out of them as a child, though? Were they born without it? Could be that abused children will then go and maybe hurt others intentionally, but murdering is in a world of its own. I agree with Jen O on this. Yeah, it's really sad. Here's the thing. I think all of that could be avoided. I don't know. Tommy and I talked about this the other night. Tommy said some people are just born that way. I don't know. I think if that's true, he said it's bad wiring. Some people are just born with bad wiring. I'm not saying that's impossible, but I am saying it's a very small amount of people. I don't think people are just born with bad wiring and just grow up to be fucking serial killers. I think that people, hey, Raspberry Beret, I think people are abused and repeat that. And I also think that I think it's absolutely a fact. I believe this to be true that if you grow up and harm people, whether it be beating your wife, hitting, getting into fights, like actually hurting people, not just like becoming a drug addict, like a serial killer or raping people, whatever it is. I think any of those things come from a place of you had no control over something when you were little. You were abused as a child and you felt weak and powerless, and you grow up to be a big person who has power over another, and you abuse that and you use it to be harmful. That's my thought on that. I was abused. I would never abuse anyone. Same, Diana H. I wasn't physically abused, but I was very, very abused with Scientology. I was neglected. Like, I don't do that. So no, we don't all, it's not like one doesn't equate to the next. I'm saying there's potential for it. But I want to know if people are born insane like that. Most abusers were abused as children. Doesn't mean most children who are abused will go on. Correct. Yeah, I agree with that. I think some are born that way. Some might be from their own abuse. Yeah. And so Neptune's is a therapist. There are many more abused people than there are psychopaths or serial killers, about 1% at most of the total population. But what I want to know specifically from you guys, God, I'm sorry. I didn't intend to talk about this today. I feel like I have a ghost hair. I didn't intend to talk about this today. I hope it's okay that we are talking about. I find this to be such a fascinating topic. That's why I loved Mindhunter, the show Mindhunter, because that they dive into the actual behavior of it. They're diving into why people do that stuff. It's not just a dark show about serial killers. Like it's actually teaching you about like why do they do what they do? What's the background on it, right? Like what is the pathology? Okay, so Alicia says yes, the amygdala area in brain isn't right. And not everyone handles things the same. Some people can rationalize and think things through. Even as a child, others do not. We do not start out the same. We are individuals with our own thoughts and feelings. Correct. You can take two siblings from an abusive family and get one who grows up to be the devil and the other who is their victim. Yes, and I'm sorry that happened in your family, Lisa. Of course you can. Of course you can. I think some people are born with a tendency toward the dark side, but a good upbringing counteracts that. That's a good way of looking at it. That's actually that makes total sense to me. Yes. Like Jojo said, it's a lack of empathy. And some kids show that very early on. It's a tendency you were born with. Yes. Yadira says you were physically abused, babe. That's something else to unpack. Oh, you mean when I was 16? Yeah. I meant by my dad. I was talking about Yadira like as a small child. I was not abused by my dad physically. Yeah, I loved that show too, Erica. It's bad wiring. I feel like I have to blow my nose. Hang on. I guess not. Nothing really came out. Let me try again. Okay, still nothing. It's bad wiring, and certain triggers, not always abuse, trigger that wiring to a certain way. People can be psychopaths and not kill people. Oh, totally true. Yeah, Megan. Mary Beth, hey, Reese, suffering from Pittsburgh crazy weather. That sucks, babe. Like, what do you mean crazy? Like tornadoes, storms, cold? What's going on? Thank you for your super chat. Please be safe. What was it on Netflix? Anna, guys, I don't know if it's still on Netflix. I don't have Netflix, so I don't know. But it was Anna, it was such a good show. One of my top, probably as far as like a logical, not silly show, that was my favorite probably show. Um, both can be true. Bad wiring and or abuse during childhood, some born and some from abuse. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. Jerry says, I believe that when a person is abused, it's their personality that determines their destiny. You could already have a devious personality. So this is true too. And you got to think about this. She's right. What about people who come into money that are assholes? Usually they were assholes before that. Money doesn't make people assholes. That's kind of how I see that. Like they were already that way. And so I could see that too. Mad Drop Bear. We're just having a discussion. Yeah, I still am having the honey. I actually need to go get more. I need to go to the store tomorrow. You may not have been abused physically, but mentally and emotionally abused can be deeper and harder to heal. I agree with that, Jan. And some people can be hurt by cults. I mean, it doesn't have to be their parents. Some people are raised and abused within their church, right? Neighbors. Like it doesn't have to be parents, uncles, shit like that. Me too, Just Joan. Hey, Linda. Neptune says many psychopaths work on Wall Street and in executive suites. I absolutely believe that. I think I know a lot of jesters, and sadly, a lot of them are insane, but also in very high, powerful positions. I'm sure there's a lot of psychopaths in politics, like you said, Wall Street. I'm sure there's a lot of judges and people in law enforcement. Like I have no doubt people who also crave and want power are going to be in high powered positions. It's fucking terrifying when you think about it. I think it goes back to the question, nature versus nurture. I think it can be both biological and environmental. I agree with that, Debbie. Google said it's on Netflix, Anna. Okay, thanks, Joanne Hawley. With psychopaths, it leads toward nature. Do I like hot tea with honey? Yes, Jen Finberg. I drink it all the time. So, damn, I almost want to get Netflix. Mindhunter is on Netflix. I would watch that again in a heartbeat. It is such a good show. It is such a good show. Money breeds psychopaths. When I initially read that, I was like, I don't think that's true. And then I thought it through and I thought, yeah, I actually could see how that could be true. I could see that. I mean, I think again, it depends on the person and maybe they were already that way. I don't think it makes people psychopaths for sure. Can we get term limits on our politicians? These people are determined to drive our country into the ground because they're greed for money and power. I think that, it's not just politicians. I think there's a lot of people. Yeah, great point. Like this. I think like Hollywood, even. Yes, look at Nick Reiner. Love of money breeds greed. Yeah, I could see that. Can you do Netflix for a month? I didn't know you could do that. If I could do that, I would get Netflix. I just don't want it full time. That's not a bad idea. I don't watch TV, so I don't want to pay for something like that all the time. Yeah, like look at Diddy. Look at that. It's not just politicians. It's not, I mean, it's sadly, it's to me, I really, really saw it in the Royal Order of Jester stuff. Yeah, Christian, we just don't talk about politics here. That's the only thing, dude. Because it will just start a wildfire, and I just don't, I can't hang with that kind of a conversation anyway because I don't pay attention to politics. Yeah, not just money, but greed, love, obsession of, yes. Oh, that sucks, Mary Beth. Just be careful, babe. Okay, Margie Bar, thank you. Diddy was a shit before he got money. Okay, thanks, Marissa Martin. Christian, I'm sure he did. I signed up for Paramount for 3 months and canceled. Okay, okay. Thank you, Liz Tricks. Thank you, Third Eye Open. Yeah, I wasn't. Oh, Debbie Zito, you're right. I don't. I'm with Jen O on this, but I find this to be such an interesting topic. It's a dark topic, it's a depressing topic, but it is real and it's human behavior. I will tell you, Tommy telling me that hey Hux, Moose is at the front door. Can you let him in? Thanks. Tommy telling me that a lot of serial killers are truck drivers freaked me out. I kind of had a feeling. I do get nervous, like stopping in rest stop bathrooms for that reason. I get nervous about it. But I understand. I'm not excusing the behavior. But I feel sad about that. I feel incredibly sad about that. People like Ed Kemper. I mean, Tommy told me that Ted Bundy got his heart broken by like his first love or something. And then he like went on a rampage and killed a bunch of women that looked like her. That's gross. So, like, see, that's a difference right there. Ted Bundy, as far as I know, his did not start from his poor upbringing or abuse during childhood. I'm not positive about that, but I do know about Ed Kemper. And that guy was really tortured by his mom. He was really tortured by his mom. And I just kind of feel like, love you, Heather Huckleberry. I just feel like while it's not okay to grow up and do what he did, I'm not shocked about it. I'm not shocked that you would abuse the shit out of a dog and then it turns around and bites. Like it's kind of to be expected. I would be shocked if he grew up and became a normal human being, to be honest, after what that guy went through. Do you guys agree with that? I mean, I have a little bit of sympathy there, but it's sympathy for the child. He was exposed to adult stuff as a child. Yeah, April. Ooh. Well, see, I didn't know that. I know, Mary Beth, I'm really sunburned. I didn't know that. Was he abused as a child like that? Was he SA'd? I didn't know that. You would expect people to become serial killers, Jen O? Yeah, I would. Yeah. If you torture a kid and sexually assault the kid, lock the kid up, beat the kid, starve the kid, make the kid eat their own shit, yeah, I would definitely not think that kid was going to grow up to be a father of 5 and a pastor. No, I would expect. I mean, it's kind of a surprising question that you would ask me, to be honest. Do you ever look at a kid and you're like, that kid's going places? Like, do you believe that, like, when you see a kid and you think the opposite, like they're going to grow up and be this, this, and this, they're going to be an amazing person when they grow up? I see that all the time. Why is it unfair to go, that kid's going to grow up to be a serial killer? If you hear a story, what is it? If you hear a horrific story like that, why wouldn't you think that? Would you not connect the dots on something like that? And I'm talking about real abuse. I'm not talking about like his parents yelled at him. Yeah, Neptune's Lioness. I think that I would expect a broken man, but a serial killer, maybe I'm the one who makes that differentiation. So again, Jen O, If somebody was tortured, locked in a closet, locked in a basement, not fed, potentially sexually assaulted, beaten, starved, forced to eat their own shit. I'm not talking about he was abused as a child, like his dad smacked him around every once in a while. I'm talking about real dark, the darkest of dark human behavior. Really? You would just expect him to grow up to be broken? See, I would expect someone to grow up and be like, that person has major, like red flag, that person has major potential to be a serial killer. I would, if you came to me and said this person went through all of that, what do you think they're going to be when they grow up? Broken? I don't know. I think if it's like the darkest of things that you could do to a child, I think there's high potential for someone to grow up and be a serial killer, or at least harm animals or be harmful to something, right? That's just my thoughts on it. I see evil in kids sometimes. I've seen evil in kids. Yeah, the Whitey Bulger case. Killers were 10, victim was 2. Shows it's not just trauma, but empathy and attachment. Did Bo get a new collar? No, he's had the same collar for a couple of years. I'm obsessed with the Chris Watts. Love you, Shadows, Nana. I'm obsessed with what are you doing? Bojangles.
He's so nice. And he's a friendly guy. And he says he'll rip their lungs out. Oh, he's so friendly.
Obsessed with the Chris Watts case. That's another one. Shockingly, Linda Perales. Shockingly, I'm also a little bit blown away by. I watched a documentary on it like years ago. Sorry, I'm catching up. And that one I watched, like, I don't know if it was a documentary. It was something years ago that I saw where like it showed all the footage of like the night everybody disappeared, and like it showed the like door cam stuff and like his phone call. I watched something like that. I was pretty obsessed with the Scott Peterson thing too. Even kids that are abused mentally or physically can have just too much in life. It can go the other way. You can be given so much that you become crazy. I think that's true. Hey, Sarah Crawford. Yeah, April for sure. You would see extreme trauma response with that level of abuse. Did, very rare, but will manifest in those cases. Yeah, I would imagine so. That's true, Lady O. Hey, Sin, broken can mean a lot of things. To go and just kill people and then all those years later not seem to understand what was wrong about what you did, to me, it's nature and nurture together. Okay. Even kids who aren't abused mentally or physically, but are given anything they want as a child can grow up crazy. Yeah, it can go in a lot of ways. It honestly could. I mean, someone said earlier, do you think Scientologists could be, hey, Jaybird, do you think Scientologists could be serial killers? Probably not. I mean, not active Scientologists because they'd be on the meter, they'd be on the cans, but I think Scientology does some serious damage to people, that it could create a potential for, like Jen O said, people to be very broken. Now, how that manifests, I have no idea. It depends on your personality. Look at Michael and his brother. One thrived in Scientology and the other was severely damaged by it. That's right, Abigail. That's absolutely true. I saw a horrifying story about a little girl's essayed as a baby. She had serial killer vibes by 6, hurting animals, little brother herself. She got therapy and learned. So I'm not going to name any names here, but I'm going to be as vague as I possibly can. I'm just going to say this. When I was in Scientology, why does my voice change when talking to Bo? My voice changes when as long as I can remember, I change up my voices for my animals. Hey, Wendy Brewer. When I was in Scientology, this was creepy as shit. I'm not even going to give specifics other than I don't, Renee B. They had 2 kids. It was a married couple. They had one child was theirs, and the other child they adopted. Both were about the same age. I think they were like 6 months apart, both boys. Okay. And the child that was adopted was pretty, like we just read, he was pretty badly abused. Pretty badly abused. I'm trying to think what age they adopted him. He was small. I think he was like 2, maybe when they adopted him. Might have been younger. Don't know. Okay, Buffy. They adopted this kid, and he was born into drugs. So he was a baby that was born on some kind of a drug from the mother. I don't know what kind of drug. I don't know if it was meth. I don't know if it was crack. I don't know what it was. But the kid was born that way on drugs. Hey, old Charlie. And I remember this was incredibly terrifying. The kid showed serious. Doesn't everybody have a pet voice? I mean, I thought so, Jen. The cheese might stand alone here. Neptune's gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Neptune's Lioness. That's so kind. I appreciate that. People love it. Dan, the fax man, for sure. Yeah, Brian Boland. Okay, I don't know if you guys care about what I'm telling you, but I'm going to finish the story. Oh man, this was so heavy for me. They, the kid that they adopted started to have seriously dark tendencies like that. And he attempted many times to, I'm not going to say what he did to the brother, but he attempted to end his life. Like when they became like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. Hey, just as I am, the adopted kid started, I'm not going to say what, because I don't even want to give details, but he started to do things when the mom would walk out of the room. He started to do things to try to end the kid's life. And like they walked in on it like 3 different times and had to untangle him and like undo things. He was actively trying to do that to the kid. And then the mom, he did it to the mom. He came in with like a kitchen knife and tried to kill her. It was absolutely terrifying. So I find this out as a Scientologist. I know the parents, they tell me about it. The kid's getting auditing, right? They're putting him in session. And she then is like, why don't you have Huxley come over? I'm not kidding, by the way. She's like, why don't you have Huxley come over? And then it could be all 3 boys. And maybe that would like create a distraction and he would want to play with Huxley and it would like take some attention. And I was like, are you out of your fucking mind? I don't know, Renee B. I have no idea. And she was like, I think it would be really good to have Huxley come over. And like, that's a Scientologist though. Like that's totally a Scientologist for you. And I said no. And she was like, what about like, what if you just dropped him off for a couple hours? I know, Mary Beth. And I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It got so bad that when I went to org events, that kid, like there was always a kid's room where there was a lady named Kelly and she always watched the kids while the parents went to the events. And those boys were there, but I left Huxley with all the kids. It was like 12 to 15 kids in the room. So it wasn't like just those boys. I only did it once. After that, like I came into the room and those 2 boys were like grabbing Huxley and like pulling him and like, it was too much. And I went yelling at the parents and I got in trouble. I got written up for that. I'll never forget this. Huxley has never been that kind of a boy. Never. And he still isn't. Like he's never gotten his clothes dirty. He's never been like a roughhousing kind of kid. He's never like broke shit and like my sister has 2 little boys. They're both high energy. Huxley was never like that. He's always been super chill. He's just not that kind of kid. I'm glad because I don't think I could have dealt with a kid like that. I don't like that kind of like spiraling crazy fucking energy. So I went in there and they were like grabbing his, like he wasn't crying. Huxley was okay. He even said, he goes, Mom, I'm fine. But like they were like grabbing him and like they were just being insane. And I went to the parents, and the grandma was there too. And there was a bunch of Scientologists around. We were all at an event. And I said, "We're leaving." I said, I know what goes on with your kids. And I said, "I will never allow him to come back here if your kids are here in an event." I said, "Those kids need more than one person to supervise them." I said, "They're absolutely out of control." And you know what the mom said to me? She goes, "They're boys." She was like, "Boys will be boys." Boys, she said horseplay. That was her word. She was like, "Boys like horseplay. They roughhouse." I was like, "Hey, Bunny Foo Foo. Hey, Maisie." I was like, "You are out of your fucking mind." I was like, "My boy isn't like that." And they were like, "Well, it's totally normal. Read what LRH says about it." I was like, "Absolutely not." Especially because I knew what this kid had done. Guys, it was bad. It was really, really bad what this kid had done. Hey, DNV, I recently looked. I'm still Facebook friends with one of the parents because one of the parents doesn't do anything in Scientology anymore. And I'm not sure whether or not this person knows I'm Facebook friends with them. I never got deleted by this person. And they posted some pictures of the boys not too long ago. Did I write up a report? No, I was not a report writer in Scientology. I didn't really care about shit like that. Maisie, we've been on for almost 2 hours, babe. It's okay. I'm just glad to see you. That was, oh, you did, Kim? Okay, I'll go look. That was absolutely crazy. I wish I could share the details, but it was open wearing orange. Original Ann, I don't know what your question means. I wish I could share with you the details. This kid did extremely graphic, was one wearing orange? No, Ann. This kid did extremely graphic things to his brother. Like very, like had the parents not walked in on it, the kid probably would have died. He was like close to killing him. And then he did the same thing to the mom with a knife. Like this kid was severely damaged. Now that's another question, Neptune, if you're still in here. Like, what about kids who are born like crack babies or born on drugs? I'm sure that also causes, right? And you know what's sad about that whole thing? It really bothers me when I think about it to this day. What did they do? That kid needed real help. That kid probably needed some medication, right? That kid needed some fucking therapy above all else. Renee B, no, he's still a kid. He's like 15 now. That kid was getting auditing. That kid was going in session. He was reading LRH. And I even at the time, I was a full-blown Scientologist. And at the time, I was like, you are not trying to tell me right now that kid just needs a Purif, right? Like, you're not just going to put that kid on a bunch of niacin and think that that's going to save his soul. That kid needs to be like heavily evaluated. And even I thought that, like, even as a Scientologist, I did not believe in psychiatry. I did not believe in taking medication. But I definitely felt like that kid needed a full medical evaluation. Like he might have needed something, some kind of medication to maybe he had some disorder going on with the body, like fetal alcohol syndrome. Yeah. Hey, Ruby. Okay, Ruby, I'm glad you're home. I just always thought, I remember I was married to Michael at the time, and we talked about it a lot. Michael was like, never again is our kid allowed around, right, those kids or those parents. And guys, it didn't stop, by the way. I know, BB, it didn't stop. My mother-in-law, Huxley's grandma, Brenda, at the time, she worked at the org with those people, okay, with the parents. They kept going to Brenda, trying to sell it to Brenda. They were like, hey, Reese said no, but is there any way that maybe Doug, because remember, Doug kept Huxley on weekends? They tried to snake around me. And they were like, is there any way that Doug could bring Huxley over to play with the boys on the weekend. Like, they really wanted Huxley as like a third wheel to try to like balance out the behavior. And I was like, if I ever find out, I'm going to burn everything to the fucking ground. I was so serious about that. No, I haven't, Renee. Yeah. Are auditors mandatory reporters? I think they are in certain states, not auditors. Ministers, because there's ordained ministers in Scientology, and I think in certain states ordained ministers are. It's infuriating. Brenda even said no. Yeah, Brenda was like, no way. Brenda was friends, really close friends with the lady who he took a knife to. So Brenda knew the whole story too. She was like, over my dead body will Huxley ever go to that house? Like, it was really crazy. It was really sad. And so this is where, if Jeno is still here, this is where I felt bad for the kid. Even though the kid was committing those dangerous acts, it was such a disservice to that kid. It's like, he needs help. And help may mean, looking at it now, not then, help now means like maybe he needs to be in a facility. Maybe, I mean, it wasn't fair to his brother that he was abusing him, right? So like maybe he needed to be removed from the home. Maybe he needed to be on medication, but it's so unfair. It's such a disservice. That kid is a good example who may grow up to beat his wife, beat his kids, become something worse, right? Like kill people. That's what I'm saying. He's obviously going to be broken in some way. They used and applied Scientology to that problem. His parents definitely failed him, Colorado girl. And I remember, guys, like, because I was very hip to this. I was very well informed on the details of this, and I'm trying to be vague about it. And there's no way anyone would know who or what I'm talking about. I mean, there's just no way, because I haven't named any names and I haven't said anything. But I remember, like, as far as his parents failing him, like, they were talking about like a daily amount of vitamins for the kid. And they were talking about like giving the kid a certain amount of locationals, which are just assists to go out and put him into present time with his environment and get him acclimated to his environment. Like, they were doing shit like that on this kid. This kid needed real help. And it was sad. It was really unfair. Like, he was born as a baby on drugs, right? And who knows what happened to him? I don't know what happened to him. Clearly he was abused, right? And so that's such an example of how fucked Scientology is. If that had been me, even as a Scientologist, I would have started by taking the kid to the doctor. And you know what a doctor would have said? They would have been like, yeah, he needs to be on medication. He needs a full psych eval. Haha, Maisie Shiloh, that's cute. Yeah, it's really sad. And that makes me think of Lisa McPherson, right? The Lisa McPherson case. He never had a chance. No, Colorado girl. The Lisa McPherson case, guys. I don't know the ins and outs of that, but she had like a severe mental break, as far as I know. Kim is Blue would know more about that in here. He absolutely needed professional help. Yeah, Renee B. And I think that's one case, by the way. That is one case right there in Scientology. Imagine how many kids need help, right, in Scientology that are not getting the help they need. Imagine how many kids need something to balance them out, or need some kind of medication, or need some kind of fucking therapy where they at least have a doctor that works with them. Kids who are born with autism. Scientology doesn't recognize autism. They don't give a shit about your autism. They don't even use the word, right? Kids who have ADD. I believe now that those are real conditions. I believe that those are real diagnoses. I never would have said that years ago. I would have been like, yeah, it's not a real thing. It's a made up psych term. I absolutely would have said that. I don't believe that ever at all now. I feel very differently. I'm actually really proud of myself for what I just said. That doesn't mean as much to you guys, but like, based on my Scientology 38 years of upbringing, that was actually a huge win I'm going to take right now, that I believe in that kind of a thing, that I believe in, yes, Linda, thank you, Kim is Blue. Kim is Blue would recognize it. Not all of you would. That I believe in seeking mental wellness, mental health, seeing a psychiatrist, getting a treatment in a facility if you need to. I would have never, I would have stabbed myself before I said something like that. If you would have known me when I was in Scientology, thank you guys. I absolutely would have been like Matt Lauer and Tom Cruise on that interview. I would have been Tom Cruise. I would have been like, there's no such thing as an imbalance. Remember Tom Cruise did that? Remember how disappointingly shitty he was to Matt Lauer? He was like, there's no such thing. There is no such thing as ADD. He was like, do you know what's in what was it? Ritalin? He's like, do you know what's in Ritalin? Do you know how much poison is in that? It's like, I don't believe that for a second now. I believe that if kids or adults or anybody needs that kind of treatment, you get the fucking treatment. You know why? Because they're doctors. And in Scientology, they teach us that doctors are full of shit. Yeah, glib. They're full of shit. They don't know what they're talking about. LRH knows, but they don't know. There is no such thing, right? I believe so much now in all of those things that people are diagnosed with because you know why? We're not all the fucking same across the boards. And we have so much trauma as children. Like, that's got to be treated or it's going to float to the surface and people are going to run a lawnmower over a town. Exactly. I got to take a win on that. I'm really proud of myself right now that I recognize, I identify that like if Huxley's therapist said to me, hey, he needs to be evaluated and I think he has ADD or I think he needs to be on medication, I would absolutely do it. That's huge. That is massive for somebody like me to say that. I bet you most of the ex-Scientologists, Kim is blue, most of the ex-Scientologists wouldn't agree with what I just said. I guarantee you, I'm not going to guarantee you. I'd say 75%, I'm sure that somebody like, I'm not going to name names, ex-Scientologists who have kids, I bet you anything wouldn't be like, yeah, I'm going to put them on a medication. I feel like they would still have their old indoctrination about that. I don't. I think it's necessary if it's true, if it's diagnosed and it's real. That's what happened to fucking Lisa McPherson. She had a mental snap. Nobody recognizes mental unwellness in Scientology. They don't. Therefore, she died because they tried to do all their Scientology powers on her and it didn't work. And that's what they did to this kid. Can you imagine how many kids in Scientology need some kind of help? Like, some people have learning disabilities, right? Like we don't all learn the same. We don't all process everything the same. Some people are super fucking hyper. Some people need something to help them with being too low energy, right? Like there's nothing wrong with any of these people. We're not all the same, and that's okay. But some of us need help. Some of us need therapy every week. Some of us need medication. Are the boys you talked about adopted? One of them is, Iwa, one of them. Yeah, exactly. Even that, Lisa, postpartum depression. If I had to go back and think about it, I'm sure I had it. I'm sure I had that. They don't recognize that. They don't give a shit. They don't recognize it at all. And it's such a disservice to, prayers for Joshua tomorrow, DNV. Tomorrow is his first follow-up MRI to see how the tumor is. Okay. Thank you for telling us that. And Trace, thank you for the gifting a membership to somebody. That was really nice. Thank you. When you need help, you need help. You should be able to get it. Simple, period. End of sentence, right? But it's such a shameful thing in Scientology. Like, I'm not even sure. Hey, Cheap Chick. Thank you, Yadira. I'm not even sure that I think I had heard the word autism. Like, I knew what ADD was because I watched Industry of Death. Industry of Death is this thing that they make DVDs on. They give them to you to like hand out to everybody. I'd seen, I think Making a Killing. Making a Killing, I've seen like 1,000 times. They play it at the org all the time. Yeah, Jojo. It teaches us all about like the facts, the real truth of psychiatry, and like how basically like Ritalin, all those things, all those medications, like how all of it is a lie. Thank you, Abigail. That's okay. You take a nap, girl. How all of it's a lie, right? Like all of it's fake. I love now looking back. We should do more content on this. It's such bullshit. I'm angry right now. This makes me very angry. Yes, Neptune, Scientology serially kills minds, hearts, and spirits. It does. It's absolutely spiritual abuse. Spiritual abuse 100%. This makes me mad though, thinking back how brainwashed they made me about how bullshit all those diagnoses are, how bullshit, doctors are. They're liars, not just psychiatrists, guys, not just therapists, real, love you, little redneck, real doctors, right? Just regular, not real. I don't mean real. They're all doctors, but like, I mean, like just going to the doctor for being pregnant, an OBGYN, right? Like even that type of a doctor is full of shit. They don't know what they're talking about. That makes me really angry. It is such a fucking disservice to human beings to tell them, not just tell them like the outside world is a scary place, but like don't go to the doctor. Do you know how scared I was to go to the doctor pretty much until like 4 years ago? I was terrified to go to the fucking doctor. I was told if I went to the doctor, they were going to put me on Prozac and get me electric shock treatment. I had to sign a contract that with CCHR, Citizens Commission on Human Rights, we all do as Scientologists. I had to sign a contract that if I ever get put into a mental institution, I can call anyone in Scientology. They'll pull out the contract and they take it to the mental institution saying, I do not consent to any kind of mental health facility, any kind of mental health, anything with mental health. I had to sign a contract. Huxley signed one. We have all signed one. It's a crazy ass contract that they all sign. It's through CCHR. And it's that if anytime we feel like something medically is being done against our will, they can sue the medical facility for that. Closing. Love your enemies, for sure. Pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true children of your Father in heaven. I love that. That's very inspiring. Thank you. That's New Testament. Abigail, I hope you get some sleep, girl. And thank you for being here. Thank you for your super chat. But Reese, something in your psyche was always telling you something was wrong. Thank you. Anna, it's true. Yeah. I'm on Prozac. I would never get out of bed in the house without. This is what I mean. It's like people who say, I've been on this medication for years. Those inspire me. You guys inspire me because it's a beautiful thing. Your body and your mind needed it. There's nothing wrong with that, but they told us how crazy it is. They told us how bad it is. And I am throwing all that out the fucking window. It is not bad. It is not wrong to medicate kids, adults, seniors, if it's necessary. Now, do I think people get over-medicated? Yeah, I do. But I also believe that some people fucking need it. And I also believe that some people wouldn't be dead if they were treated properly and medicated. I believe that. It's there for a reason and it saves lives. Abigail, I just read it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's right here. I'm so sorry, Abigail. I'm so glad you said something. This verse just came to me. Give up your evil ways. Learn to do good. Seek justice. Help the oppressed. Ooh, that's good. Give up your evil ways. Learn to do good and seek justice. Help the oppressed. Old Testament. Abigail, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat. I'd love to see what Scientology would do if the court judged that you needed to be put in a mental facility. Yeah. Thank you, Abigail, and have a good evening, babe. That's horrible. I'm angry about this. I'm mad about it. It makes me sad. It makes me very sad because there's so many. I think about that kid. That kid could benefit could have. I mean, he still could. He's a kid, but he definitely should have been put on some kind of a program, I'm sure, with a doctor and well evaluated and followed at a young age. My son is now being treated by a therapist. I love that. I'm proud of that. I believe that we all could use therapy. It's for our minds. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to me outside of this channel. Hey, Nicole Hazelmiller. My stepdaughter needs mental health meds, but won't take them. Very scary. Jen, I'm sorry to hear that. Lena says, I would not be here without the meds I took. They're here for a reason. And I think Lisa McPherson just wasn't treated. She could be alive today, right? Like, it's awful. It's awful how backwards they make it in Scientology. It's a sick fucking cult. I hate it so much. It makes me so angry. It makes me want to call up everybody I knew in Scientology and just go, I'm really mad at you. Like my dad. Thank you, Neptune's Lioness. I'm such an advocate for therapy. You have no idea. But it makes me want to call my fucking father. It makes me want to call a lot of people in Scientology and go, you can stay disconnected from me and believe all the shit you believe, but you are helping to harm people physically and mentally. And I hope you sleep well at night knowing that. The fact that you fucking keep people from going to the doctor. I needed to go to a doctor because I was dizzy and continued to get yeast infections. I wasn't having mental health problems. I was when I had Huxley. I would say I was having mental health problems. I wasn't treated. I was given locationals and touch assists, right? I was told to read LRH. I was not treated. I was diabetic for years before I was allowed to go to a doctor. And I wasn't even ever allowed. I just went. My fucking blood sugar was like 356 fasting. I was dying. That could have killed me if I kept going like that. My A1C was 12.4. I was just walking around with crazy fucking uncontrolled diabetes. Think how many people in Scientology are walking around with something as simple as high blood pressure, right? But what about the ones walking around with mental instabilities who need real help? There was a time in Scientology I really, really wasn't well when I had Huxley. I would say I had postpartum depression for sure. I wasn't helped. No one mentioned that to me. It's absolute abuse of human beings on the most basic level. They don't have any basic fucking rights that all of us should just have as humans. They can't go see a doctor. You know, one of the first things that you're asked when you get a sec check, when you get security checked, like when I would go see my mom and come back, did you talk to anyone? Did you Google anything? Did you read anything that is anti-Scientology? Did you seek any mental health field, anything? Did you talk to a mental health professional? They ask those questions all the time. They do not want you getting help. That is so evil. Yadira, cheers. Yeah, when I had my surgery, they took away my medication. They said, you can't have this. They came and took my bottle of medication. I already know, but say you did have that chance to phone them and say what you wanted to him and others, what would the reply be? I think it would be what I just said. Like, you know, I forgive my dad. I still love my dad. I forgive my dad. I'm kind of in the same boat as JoJo. Like when he dies, I'm going to feel weird. I love how she said, I feel lost. I'm sorry. I don't mean I love it, JoJo. I just mean that was such a good, like it indicated to me, I'll probably feel that way too. I can't change the past, right? We just deal with ourselves now and become better humans, even though we were mistreated so poorly and controlled at the highest level. If I could call them, I would say, like, you guys you have no fucking idea the damage that you guys have done to the human race, to your fellow human beings, to all the people through the generations of Scientology, the mental damage and the physical damage that you guys have blood on your hands for. You have no idea what you have done to harm human beings, mothers, fathers, children, and you can never undo it. And your best bet now is to get out and find the fucking Lord, because I did damage. I have blood on my hands. I'm one of them. I can't take back what I've done, but I hate Scientology so much. And I absolutely hate, more than anything, what Scientology does to children. If you guys want to fucking torture each other as adults, I think that's horrible. But what I saw in LA and how they treated that old man in the wheelchair with an oxygen mask, that was against his will. And you have caused absolute damage to people. You have caused death. You are the fucking devil. You are Satan himself. How the fuck do you sleep at night? Like, after what we just said, I just can't. I forgot all about, by the way, the story of the 2 kids. I haven't thought about that in years. Even thinking about that angers me so much. I remember, like, they're all the same age. They're like 1 or 2 years apart, Huxley and these kids. And I remember thinking, like, wait, what? You're going to get him a touch assist and like give him a locational? This kid tried to kill, right? Like attempted really harmful things to more than one human being in the home. And you're going to put him in session? Like that, he's a danger to himself and others. Even I saw that as a Scientologist. That is so fucked up. When I was having sex with a 24-year-old when I was 14, I remember saying that to my mother-in-law, Brenda. I said to her in the car one day driving to the chiropractor, I said, you know, that was statutory rape. That was when I had this conversation with Jeff and I found out it was statutory rape. I said, he was 24 and I was 14. I will never forget. I was doing the driving and she's in the seat next to me and she goes, what is that, illegal? They are so fucking brainwashed. And I'm with Jen O here. Not an excuse. How do you like that? Not an excuse. They've done so much damage. Does that mean they're not accountable for it because they don't know? Think about what Brenda said to me. What is that, illegal? She didn't even know. Does that make her not accountable? Not to me, it doesn't. You chose to be in that fucking cult. I'm sorry. You are accountable for the damage you guys have done. I think it's sick. I think it's really, really fucking wrong. It's a shame. It makes me really sad that Scientology gets away with what they get away with. Why don't all of you who are now out go before Congress with your stories and demand that? I don't know how to do that, BB. I don't know what that entails. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. Do you just show up? I don't know what you do. So, Jojo, that was a good question. Thank you for asking it. I think they have on such a, a lot of people like to go, well, Scientology is not very big. There's not that many people in it. Yeah, maybe right now, but it's been around since 1950, right? So it's been through the generations, right? So I guess what I'm saying is like, they have done on a massive scale damage, major, major damage to human beings, ripped families apart, abused the fuck out of their kids, neglected kids, neglected human beings. There's no going back. And they're doing it right now in real time. As I'm speaking, they're doing it. That's really fucked up. That's really fucked up. I have some pictures I'd love to show you, but I have to edit them first on my phone. I'm going to block out some things. It's regarding children in Scientology. It's a bunch of kids doing courses. No one joins a cult. You don't go in knowing all the crap. They slowly indoctrinate you. By the time you know something is wrong, you are deep in it. Sharon, of course that's true. Jojo, you didn't make me upset at all. You asked me a great question that made me think. You made me think. Jojo, I was upset before your question, babe. And it's something we should be upset about. All of us should be upset about it. It's wrong. It's on such a deep, evil, evil level. It's wrong. It's so fucking evil. The abuse is unbelievable to me. It just runs so deep. And I think and then I'll end here, but I think what makes me mad too is they sail right through it. They walk past it like it's wallpaper, right? Like my dad did what he did, and to this day he still thinks he was right. That's the fucked up part. That's how brainwashed they have these people. Like they abuse and abuse and abuse, and they feel no remorse for it. There's nothing wrong with it. That's fucking wild to me. Hey, Slim Whiskers, they abuse and abuse, and they just continue to justify it and take zero accountability for it. And that is pretty crazy to me. So do I, Renee B. I like how we discuss a lot of topics in one live stream. This was kind of a dark live stream. I'm sorry. I had no intentions of it being dark like this. I had no idea we were going to go into that topic, but I'm glad we did. I mean, I never know what we're going to talk about. It's not really any different today, but yeah, Linda, I wish Scientology would end. It's so detrimental to human beings. It's so evil. It's really, really evil. Yeah, Mommy E. The sad thing is Jamie Mustard's story is sad. I'm sure it is, but whose isn't? Who came out of Scientology and didn't experience a horrific story? Punky is dreaming. Hot tea on me. Jen Finberg, that's really sweet, babe. I love you, Jen. And thank you for sharing your pictures. I need a card too. Thank you, Jen Finberg. I love you. Mods, thank you for being here. Sorry it was dark, guys. I didn't mean to. Lisa Renfro, I apologize to you. Mama Bear, I apologize. I'm sorry it got dark. Yeah. It's upsetting. Love you, Mama Bear. I apologize. Yeah, it's a child abusing cult for sure. It's really fucked up. It makes me very sad. It makes me feel helpless. Like I just feel like there's nothing I can do. And I hate that. I hate that they're just so much more powerful. They're so much bigger. It's like, how do you fight an $8 billion fucking cult that's tax free? How do you do it? I guess it's like they say, like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I don't know. Yeah, Alicia, we were in it to win it because we were talking about our motivational stuff yesterday. I love you, Maisie. We were talking about, oh yeah, Maisie, tomorrow night will be good on the boat. I know. Neptune, you're right. Thank you, Natalie Travis. Alicia, I wanted to talk about like all the stuff we were doing to like motivate ourselves. We'll do it more tomorrow. I mean, we're going to do it every day. We're going to talk about it every day, but that was it, Alicia. Yeah, Jeno, I'm glad you did. Yes, Chuck the serial killer is getting away with shit too, just like Scientology. Chuck, Doyle, and fucking Dale. They're getting away with it right now. Good for you, Jojo. And I love you, Jojo. I think you're just so fantastic. I love you. I told Nora that the other day. I said, I just love Jojo. I love Rox too. And I love Stacey Toms. Those are Nora's mods and they come over here and support us. And I just love them. They're the best ladies. All right, guys. So thank you tonight for listening. Sorry it got weird. I do apologize. It got really dark. I guess I had to let that out. Also, my period is happening in 3 days, so I'm really not surprised. This makes sense. It's all in alignment with my damn uterus and fallopians. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your super chats, of course. Thank you for gifting memberships, Neptunes. Thank you for your input, Neptunes Lioness. And yeah, it's not weird. It was just real. Mama E, I love you, babe. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you, April Cowan. And here comes Fred, guys. Have a good evening. Bye, Jerry. Love you, babe.